Today, we'll be taking a look at the idler pulley on this LG electric dryer. Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of repair videos on the latest technology. And for a limited time, you can save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all of our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. The main reason why you'd be replacing your idler pulley is if it is squeaking while it is running. To begin your repair, we must first access the back of the unit. Stop. Always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. You will need the following tools to complete this repair. Now that we're at the back of the unit, in order to lift the top, we must first remove our safety cover here. It is held on with one Phillips screw in the middle. Take this off. Now it does have a couple of tabs that are holding it on. You'll have to kind of press in, then lift up and set it to the side. Next, to lift the top, there are two kind of spring clips under each side. You'll have to use a putty knife. Go in here, start to press on it, and lift at the same time. When you feel it lift up, you can go over to the other side. Now we'll go to the other side. I felt it lift up. Next, we will be leaning it against the wall. If you have to pull it out a little bit, you can do so. So we'll put a blanket on the top so it can't get damaged. And lean it up here so we can take off the front. When removing the front of the unit, first disconnect your Molexes from the light as well as the door switch. Next, you'll have multiple Phillips screws around that will have to be removed. We'll take the two off the top first. Next, we'll open it up. There are a couple of Phillips screws inside, here, this one, as well as these two on the bottom that will have to be taken out. Now carefully, these two here will have to be removed, but this one, you have to be careful as you can scratch the door since it's so close. We'll just keep pressure on the top of the door. Go ahead and close it. Pull down on the frame portion. Lift up and set it to the side. Now that we have the front panel removed, we can start to remove the bulkhead. In order to remove the bulkhead, there are a couple of Phillips screws that have to be taken out. Next, on the bottom here, we have one wiring harness. You will pinch, separate it, lift up on the bulkhead. We're just trying to pull kind of the arms out of the slotted area. So you'll lift up and pull out, grab the bulkhead and set it to the side. Now that we have the bulkhead removed, we can now remove the drum. In order to do so, first we will have to take the belt off of the motor. You'll reach under, grab the idler pulley, pull it back, remove the belt from the actual motor pulley, gently let it down, and we will use this to pull up on the drum and to kind of carry it out. Pull the drum out and set it to the side. Now that we have the drum removed, we have clear access to our idler here. Now, the main reason why you'd be replacing your idler is if it is seized up and the belt is going around it, so make sure you look to see if there's any burn marks or unevenness from the belt moving and the idler not moving, or make sure you put pressure and give it some slow turns to see if you can hear any squeaking. These do have a high tendency to squeak. Now, if you do need to replace it, there's one 10mm bolt that's holding it on to the motor. Once you remove the bolt, you will have to pull it off of the spring here. And set your idler to the side. When installing your new idler, first we will put the spring on. Then we'll move it into place where the arm is actually fitting into the slotted area on the motor shaft. Now you'll start to put this screw in. When you are putting the screw in, you will have to wiggle the idler as it goes into a slotted area on the idler as well. So start tightening it, get it into the right spot. Move around your idler. There we go. It will draw into the circle on the bolt. Tighten it up. Make sure it's going to hold okay. Now we can reinstall the drum. When reinstalling your drum, we will have the belt on it to guide it in. Bring it in and give it a turn so that it goes on the very back wheels of the unit. You can let it drop down. We will put our arms inside in order to reattach the belt to the idler. Lift up on the idler, wrap it around the wheel. You'll see there is a ribbed portion on the belt. That side is going to go down on the motor pulley. Let go of the idler. Now we can reinstall the bulkhead. When reinstalling your bulkhead, first we'll get it into position where the blower goes on the bottom. Start to get the wheels underneath the front and lift up to put the top arms into the slotted area. At this point, give it a turn. This will draw it in and get it on top of the wheels. And then you can lift up on each side and drop it back into the slotted area. Give it another turn. We'll go around and reinstall our screws. Next, reinstall the Molex on the bottom. Now we can reinstall the front panel. When reinstalling your front panel, first we'll bring the bottom in here and it will go into small notches on the bottom. You'll see when you're pushing it in, and then slide it in on the top just to kind of lock it in place. Next, we'll screw it in on the top. This will help hold it in place. Open up a door here. Reinstall the screws that we took out previously. Close the door. Reinstall your Molexes. Now we can reinstall the top. When installing the top, first we'll take off our blanket here, bring it down, just kind of get it into place, push down on both sides at the same time. Now we can finish up at the back. And finally, when we are installing the safety cover, we will slide in the tabs on the bottom, bring it in, look inside of the slotted areas, as sometimes you may have to press it down or you may have to wiggle the top in order for it to go in, and it actually presses down. Once you have it into place, we will reinstall the screw. And this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click the like and subscribe to our channel.